Hello, my name is Lee. I'm the conflict resolver, and I'm here to help you have a more peaceful life. Today we're going to talk a little more about conflicts between siblings. No matter how good or bad your relationship is, you'll probably have to collaborate at some point, and those collaborations can be great, or they can be a total disaster. So how can you work with your siblings without causing a family feud? Stay tuned to find out. Please like and subscribe. If you have a question you'd like me to answer in a future video, leave a comment below. You can also email questions to advice@leechandler.com. I've resolved disputes between many siblings who are struggling to work together. Sometimes they're working together intentionally, and sometimes life forced them together. Either way, they have a lifetime of history complicating their dispute. In the last two videos, I talked about some things you can do to prevent serious conflict in these relationships, and some things you can do to get on the path to resolution quickly once they happen. Today, I want to talk about an issue that almost always comes up in disputes between siblings: interference from other people. Conflicts between siblings are rarely just between the parties who are directly involved, and that can get complicated. There are a lot of interested third parties in a conflict between siblings. Parents, other siblings who aren't part of the dispute directly, other family members, and friends who are close to everyone are often very concerned with the outcome of a sibling conflict. The spouses and children of the siblings in conflict can also be dragged into it, and the conflict can put their relationships with other family members at risk. Sometimes these third parties have a strong interest in preserving the relationships and can be effective peacemakers. And sometimes they take sides and become part of the conflict itself. Either way, they add an extra dimension to the dispute. If you're in a dispute and dealing with the interference of well-meaning third parties, my suggestion is to discuss it with them directly. Lead with compassion. You know that the conflict is probably painful for them, and I bet you really are sorry for that. Explore ways to make it easier for them and ways for them to be genuinely helpful. But what about the people who don't seem so well-meaning? Those are the people who become part of the conflict, taking sides and adding drama to an already difficult situation. There's not much you can do directly when those people are against you. Engaging with them just draws them further into the dispute. The ones you really do have some control over are the ones on your side. It's very hard to tell someone who's advocating for you, defending you, or telling you that you're right about everything to back off. But if you can direct their energy to things that help you without escalating the conflict, you'll all be better off in the long run. In the last video, I talked about finding a common goal when you're having a hard time collaborating with a sibling. Sometimes the effect that your conflict is having on third parties can provide you with a common goal. Even if you can't agree on anything else, you might both be able to agree that it's important not to cause your parents unnecessary stress, or not to damage the relationships between your kids. That level of agreement can form the basis for better communication, so see if you can have that conversation, even if you're not having much luck talking about anything else.